is day one of, 40 days and 40 nights with Jesus. This is the night part. So I just wanted to share with you what I did today differently based on what Jesus said this morning. I had to drive to the north end of the island where I live and take Delphi to the beach. And we were driving back, and a friend has a studio. And normally I drive past there and I think, oh, I should go and say hi, but I don't. I just keep driving. So today, after Jesus's comment about what are you doing that separates yourself, I stopped and I had a lovely 45-minute conversation with the person, and that's not what I would normally do. So anyway, I just wanted to share that little piece of information so that you know that Jesus is teaching me too. It's not just you guys, he's teaching me too. And that's just a little kind of separation thing that I'll do. Oh, I'm too busy, got to keep going. They might be busy, they won't want to see me, whatever the story is. And today I didn't do that, and I had a lovely connection. So just wanted to share that, and let's see what Jesus has to say for our evening lesson today. You are blessed beings. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and it is in the small decisions that you transform your life. This little experience that our dear one just shared with you is a perfect example of breaking unconscious habits. And it is your unconsciousness that is causing the problem. When you are conscious, when you are quote unquote being spiritual, you are aware of what you're doing. You're being kinder, you're being more generous, you're being communicative. It is when you are unconscious that the conditioned teachings and the ego are in control. You are on autopilot. So this is about presence. This is about paying attention to what is your comfort zone, also known as your control zone. So we hope that as you viewed your day today, you were able to pick up even one thing that you do that is perhaps separation focused. This is an important awareness. So as you come to this awareness, as you see, oh, normally I'm too busy running my errands to stop and talk to a friend or to stop and smell the roses, in whatever form that takes for you, begin to keep that in your awareness. So don't just do it today, but as you realize, oh, I have a tendency to get very busy and ignore other people or not delve into the experience of presence very often, bring it up in your mind each morning now that you have seen it. Now that you have seen it, you know you do it. And it is important to shift and change these small tendencies incrementally. So some of you are going to have had a completely different experience than our dear one did today, and that is okay. You will go through each of these lessons, each of these days, uniquely in the way that you are meant to go through this day. But what we would like you to do is we would like you to journal. We would like you to journal what happened to you today, what you saw, if anything. If you did not see anything, was it because you were unconscious or because you have mastered the art of connection? Most of you will have had an experience today of some kind. So journal it, write it down, find out a little bit more about it, go beneath the surface. Is there something your ego gets out of this separation mentality? Yes, there is something it gets. Go beneath the form. Whenever you are analyzing your own beliefs, whenever you are looking into your own mind, you must remember that your mind caused the problem in the first place. So it is about bringing it up into consciousness. It is about going beneath the form and asking questions, questioning yourself, because the habitual is not questioned. And that is how day after day after day, you continue to manifest negative problems, negative manifestations, dysfunctional relationships. It's doing the same thing over and over and over again, getting the same results over and over and over again. When you make one simple small change, as our dear one did today, her entire future has been shifted. That connection that was made with that person today changed both of those people forever. This is the power of your free will. This is a very, very important thing for you to understand, that the trajectory of your life is coming from you. The things you believe, the things you act upon, the things you say, the things you choose to do, eat, and the things you choose not to do, the things you choose not to eat. Now, many purists in the Course in Miracles family will say Jesus should not talk about worldly things. This is an idea-driven philosophy. But what's happening in your society now requires us to get down on the ground with you, so to speak. It requires us to point out to you the simple human behaviors, thought patterns that you are indulging in are what is manifesting the inappropriate or less than ideal circumstances, not only in your life, but collectively in the global experience. So today we want to thank you for your presence. Today we want to thank you for taking the time to investigate yourself a little bit. We want to thank you for getting out your journal or your piece of paper if you don't have a journal and writing down what you learned about yourself today. Did you see something that was a little negative or defensive or isolationist? If you did, that's okay. Don't attack yourself, but witness what your tendencies are. And ask yourself in that journal, ask a question. Has this tendency kept me lonely? Has this tendency kept me away from close relationships and close friendships? Has this tendency been inherited from my family? You can just ask those questions. When you start to come into presence, when you start to ask questions, Spirit will answer. At the end of your day, if you've seen something about yourself today that you're questioning, before you go to bed, ask for a dream, ask for guidance, ask to be shown more about this subject. Spirit is there waiting to help you, but we must be invited. We cannot override your free will. If your free will says, leave me alone, I don't want guidance, and you may be saying that unconsciously, not consciously, then there's nothing we can do. But as you pray for healing, as you pray for your mind to be transformed from fearful into loving, we can assist you by showing you, especially when your ego is sleeping, which it is at nighttime, the defenses are down, you are clearer, you are more open, you are off on your astral journeys, and we can interact with you and we can teach you and we can help you on your evolutionary journey. So make sure that tonight you ask for help. You can say the prayer in any form you like. Dear Jesus, please show me what I'm not seeing. Please help me understand why I do this behavior. Or perhaps just give me a dream that shows me the next thing I need to see about myself. And we would like you to buy a dedicated journal if at all possible. If funds are available and you're allowed to get to the stores, we would like you to buy yourself a journal that is beautiful for you, one that makes you happy when you look at it, that feels nice, with nice paper. Yes, we know they can cost $20, but this is your consciousness evolution we are working on here, and we would like you to invest a little in that. So tomorrow morning we will be bringing up another subject, but for tonight we thank you for your joining us on this journey. You are going to be posed questions, you are going to be challenged. In fact, our dear one was quite upset with us today for tackling the idea that God did not create this world, and she would like us to add some amendments to that, because she understands that for dedicated Course in Miracles students, that's a subject that they have worked through. But for some of you that may be new, the idea that God did not create this world, that the ego created this world, is a challenging one. What we want you to understand is that this world is separated from love in the sense that it is the ego's playground. You are allowed to do whatever you want here. You may be kind, you may be cruel. You will get to learn the consequences of the choices that you make, and that is how you will grow and evolve. Many of you in your youth have done things that you would be horrified to share with people, whether it's promiscuous sex or drugs or whatever it is that you did when you were learning. But this place is the ego's playground. What you do have, however, is this eternal connection to the divine, which is your guidance system. You have not been set adrift in this world of separation by yourself. You have a guidance system that is tuned into love. It is the invisible umbilical cord that you have that connects you to the divine. And when you are out of accord with love, you feel bad. And this is why so many of you suffer in this world. You have not had your minds trained by a loving consciousness. You have had your minds trained by manipulative and unloving consciousnesses who are working on your mind, training for nefarious purposes, to keep you frightened, to keep you separated, to keep you obsessed with the material. That is not necessarily your fault, but when you choose those things, you must remember you are using your free will. Your free will is a powerful creative device. Your mind is a powerful creative device. But just like a powerful horse, a wild horse, it takes time to train it and to bring it into the fold of, we will say, civility or wisdom. Many of you have a mind that is like a wild horse galloping around. It is very powerful, it is uncontrolled, and it could cause a lot of trouble if you try and ride that horse. We use this analogy often. If you have to try and saddle up that wild stallion, what are you going to do? Chase it around the field for years and years? It's not going to work. Sit down under a tree and read a book on how to train horses. The human version of that is sit down under a tree and pick up A Course in Miracles. Do the lessons, read the text, and you will master your wild, crazy stallion of a horse mind. If you have not started A Course in Miracles yet, please consider it. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Okie dokie. Day one done. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye.